What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. Unfortunately, we got some bad news to report from the world of the UFC, but I'm going to turn this into an educational opportunity for you. So, perennial UFC competitor Sam Alvey has missed weight yet again. Sam has missed weight before in his UFC career. He's bounced weight classes. He was kind of a in-betweener type of athlete, not quite big enough for 205, but a little too big maybe for 185. Regardless, Sam signed the contract. He dedicated himself to showing up on weight and fighting. And he provided behind the scenes through his social media channel. Sam's great on social media. I like Sam. I'm a fan of his. I root for him. But at the same time, Sam is not very good at managing his weight, if I can say that. No disrespect. It's factual. He's not really good at managing his weight or his body composition, in my opinion. He's a tough guy. He trains far hard. He's a good person, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's fine. But we're talking about weight here. So let me get into this. And I'm going to share Sam's journey. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to briefly mention it. And I'm going to give you guys this educational opportunity.
Hey guys, it is my UFC fight week and I have 24 pounds to lose by Friday. It's gonna be miserable. I mean, it really is. Gotta hate cutting weight. Everyone does.
So that's Sam on Monday of UFC fight week. He says he's 24 pounds over the 186-pound middleweight class limit. This means Sam Alvey showed up to UFC fight week at 210 pounds. Number one, Sam, shame on you. Shame on you. That's way too big. It's way too big for any athlete, but an athlete your age and stage of your career, you're trying to cut 24 pounds. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, 24 pounds is 3 1-gallon containers of water. Sam's doing this 5 days before the UFC weigh-in, which means he's not shedding any body fat here. He's literally just trying to mobilize water. Very dangerous move, very misguided, unfortunately, but that's the fact. So Sam's, and I'm going to walk you through the weights here. He's 210 Monday of fight week with 24 pounds to lose.
I am down 6 pounds from yesterday. I'm going to make weight. I'm going to make weight. It's going to happen.
So that's Sam now. He's down 6 pounds since Monday. So he went from 24 pounds over to now he's 18 pounds over. On Tuesday, he's lost 6 pounds. Wow, that's the momentum. It's feeling good. The first 6 pounds came off pretty easy. So the athlete thinks. But let's continue on. Let's see what happens. So he lost 6 pounds in the first day. What does he lose moving into Wednesday? Let's check it out.
So it is Wednesday and I'm down another 2 pounds from yesterday. My official weight is 203.8 and I will be 186 by Friday. I'm looking forward to this.
So now he's only lost 2 pounds. He lost 6 pounds between Monday and Tuesday, 2 pounds between Tuesday and Wednesday. That's a big flag. You should be losing more weight every single day going into the weight cut. The weight should be dropping off very easily, very passively. We look at passive weight reduction through our system. That's beside the point. So he was 24 pounds over, then he was 18 pounds over. Wednesday, he's still 16 pounds over. So he's got weigh-ins on Friday. He's 48 hours or less away from weigh-ins on Friday. He still has 2 1-gallon containers of water to squeeze out of his soul effectively. Let's see what happens.
Not really, but kind of. A UFC weight cut done right. So I've been doing heat acclimation for the last few weeks. Tonight is my last acclimation. Tomorrow I actually start the cut. And so I'm sitting in hot water. It's about 107 degrees. And I'm just waiting to see how long it takes me to sweat. I started sweating at about 37 seconds. So right now it's like 22 pounds I have to lose by Friday morning. I'm hoping by tomorrow it's only 16 pounds, and then by Friday morning, the final cut day, it'll be 6 to 10. Oh, I hope it's not 10. It's my.
So let me pause it right there. He said a few things that I want to clear up. Now, timeline, this is, I posted the way it was posted on his TikTok page. So the timeline might be slightly shifted. That video we just saw might have been him on Wednesday night. Let's say this was Wednesday night. That might make sense because he's talking about waking up 16 pounds over, the next day, only, quote, 16 pounds to go. Well, two things that caught me right out of the gate. He said he's engaging in heat acclimation. That's fine. All athletes do that. But he's getting into a tub that's 107 degrees Fahrenheit. Guys and girls, Sam, that is way too hot. And I know where you got that from. You got that from the least credible person in all of weight cutting. Zero integrity George Lockhart would cook his athletes at 107 degrees or more. And I've seen all the data. I've had these athletes tell me individually. That's what George was having his athletes do. Now, if we think about just in terms of temperature, you at 98.6, that is the average human being. Your average temperature is 98.6. If you go up 1 degree to 99.6, you're running a mild fever. If you go up again to 100.6, mommy's probably breaking out the Tylenol. If you go up 1 more degree Fahrenheit to 101.6, now you're getting a little scared, a little concerned, right? Now you went up 3 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is now getting terrifying from being an amazing, healthy human to might having to go to the ER. Well, Sam, you're at 107 degrees Fahrenheit. Every degree you go up is torture, and you are setting a cascade of biochemical reactions throughout your body that are now inhibiting weight loss. This is what zero integrity George never knew. He figured, in my opinion, let me just cook the athletes, make them suffer, make it hotter, 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 and quote, the weight would come off. That doesn't happen. The opposite happens, and we're going to see this actually happens with Sam, unfortunately, who's following a horrible and I don't know if he still works with zero integrity George or whatnot, but this is reminiscent of some of the files I've seen of George's athletes showing me how torturous it was. But 107, no way. Never more than 104 even. The least warm temperature is ideal. The lowest possible temperature to allow your body to start to sweat, because once you start sweating, you're sweating. You can actually start to alleviate the heat once you're sweating. Sam, you're sweating within 30 minutes. You think about the shock, the trauma to your body to start sweating within 30 minutes of immersing yourself in boiling hot water. What does this do from a chemical perspective, Sam? You're a smart guy. You're doing everything contrary to what your body is begging you to do for, and your body will help you. But unfortunately, that's not happening here. Now let's go on.
Cut day. It'll be 6 to 10. Oh, I hope it's not 10.
It's my weight cut day. I'm at 194 right now. And I've got my kids all here helping me. I've lost about 8 pounds already today. I've got, what, 8 to go, so ugh.
So now let me step on this real quick, and then we're going to see Sam on the scale, and we're going to watch what actually happened. It's weight cut day. So that's the last 24 hours before weigh-ins, which you can see on screen right now. So he wakes up, he's 16 pounds over with a day to go, with 24 hours before he steps on the scale. He already cuts 8 pounds, which is a full gallon. It's actually more than a gallon of water. So he's already lost a full gallon dehydrating himself through very barbaric methods. And then he still has to lose another gallon of water. This doesn't make sense. This is bad news. Sam, I'm nervous for you, bro. I'm really nervous for you from a physiological perspective. This is not a good thing. What is happening to your heart right now is terrifying. What your kidneys are being asked to do is unnecessary, and the possible negative long-term effects of cognition and brain function. All of this is on the table right now from what I'm seeing, which is horrible. And I will add an aside to Sam's case, which might be slightly different, but to all athletes out there, I am not a fan of bringing your family to fight week. Why not? Because it dilutes your attention to the job at hand. I have a buddy who's a cardiologist. His wife and kids do not come to open heart surgery with him. Another friend who's an engineer. Her husband and children do not go to the job site with her. UFC fighters should not bring their families to fight week. Although the families want to, and I understand why, but I've never seen a benefit. I've never seen a benefit in the hundreds of UFC events I've been to. I've never once seen a benefit. I've only seen a detriment. The athlete needs to be focused on getting the job done. And clearly Sam didn't get the job done because, you know, spoiler alert, he misses weight. Now, it's Sam's last fight in the UFC. Maybe he wanted his kids to be there, to be a part of it. I understand that. But it doesn't change the fact that daddy put in all this hard work, all this time, all this effort. He misses weight, and now he's going to lose 20 to 30% of his purse. Now he's clearly risking his health through this barbaric weight cut and also risking his long-term health by now having to go and compete in a combat sport. Less than optimal. Girlfriends should never come. Wives and husbands. It's not a sexist thing. I've seen female athletes bring their male significant other, and it's a shit show. They're either, oh, smoochy, smoochy, lovey-dovey, or they're motherfucking jealous fighting all fight week. We don't need that drama. We're here to work. Job. Let's do the job, go home, take the kids to Disney World. So I think that's a distraction where Sam and his team can't do what they need to do. Sam should be in the room with his coach and his teammates only. 100%. 100%. Argue with me. That's fine. You can argue with me, but it doesn't affect me. I'm sitting here in New Jersey. This doesn't affect me at all. This is a strong professional recommendation. I've never seen bringing your family benefit professionally. Ever. And significant others, you should have the self-confidence enough to say, you know what, daddy? You know what, mommy? You go, you do the work. You bring that paycheck home to us. We'll be here cheering for you. Don't worry. We got this. That is what a selfless significant other should do. Again, in my opinion, leave comments below. Let me know what you think. Now let's see what happens when Sam gets on the scale, because this matters. I want to show you something here.
Next to the scale in the middleweight division, Sam Alvey.
And briefly, you can see I actually superimposed the scale. Now, when you watch the scale, that is already set at 186 pounds. So if it breaks center, the higher up the ticker on the scale goes, the heavier Sam is. So right out of the gate, you're going to see that ticker, boom, shoot straight up to the top, which means he is over the 186-pound limit. And the official now will start tapping the weight to the left. The more he taps, it means the heavier Sam is. So just so you can see what's happening, but also watch Sam's facial expressions and watch his arms and we've all done this. He's trying to game the scale by moving his arms around. And you can actually see, you can rewind this a few times. You can actually see how the ticker on the scale will move when his arms move. And finally, he knows he can't game the scale. He might be too exhausted, too mentally frustrated to even do so. But let's watch what happens here. Boom. Tap, tap, tap. 186.5, 187. Now the official's going to set it.
187.
Boom. Man, and I know that face, Sam. I feel so bad for you, bro. I feel so bad for you. That face. Sam's soul was taken out of his body. His soul had left his body in this moment. Let me just do it here. All right, I don't want it. Let me wipe away from that. So, all right, pop me in here. Sam's soul left his body. When he realized, son of a gun, holy cow, I am over. I'm a pound over. He knew that there was no more juice to give. There was no more fluid left in his body. The house deep and sunken in. He had death face. I feel so bad for Sam. No athlete should ever suffer the way Sam Alvey just suffered. The science is clear. The protocols are complete. No athlete should suffer the way Sam Alvey just suffered. No athlete should ever miss weight. Missing weight in combat sports at this stage with the knowledge that professionals like myself and others have. Missing weight in combat sports is simply not knowing basic science, not knowing basic biology, and not having the basic tenets of discipline instilled in your life. My opinion now, tough love here, Sam came in at too high a body fat percentage. He was easily, just like Orion Koski, Sam was probably carrying an extra 10 to 15 pounds of non-functional body mass that he should have got off in the off season. And then he came in the fight week way too heavy, 210 pounds, 24 pounds to lose, 3 gallons of water he had to try and squeeze out of his body. And tough man, this Sam Alvey, as he is, he just couldn't get it off. And I feel bad for him. So what do you guys think? Leave comments below. I'd certainly love to hear what you guys have to say. We have amazing links down there. Definitely check them out. And if you're struggling with body weight, you want to lose weight, feel great, definitely go to thedolcediet.com, where we have an online version of the #1 best-selling 3 Weeks to Shred It. You can actually personalize the 3 Weeks to Shred It program for you and lose up to 21 pounds in 21 days, not 5 days, Sam. Sam Alvey, you should have signed up to thedolcediet.com, got yourself on 3 Weeks to Shred It, and made weight no problem, and kept that 20 to 30% of your payday. God darn it. I'm still cheering for you, Sam. I want to see you go out and get a big win. I'd love to see you get a bonus, but bro, you can't even get the bonus now because you missed weight. I'd love to see you go out there, get your show money, get your win money, get a big bonus, boom, get that little Dana check in the back, send you off on your way, but that's not going to happen because you botched your weight cut, man. So anyway, what do you guys think? Leave comments below. Until next